Hi, Mark Karpinski, Director of Sales, here again to take you through segment number 3, designing a custom wine storage solution. We've completed the assessment of the project and the consultation, so let's get a moving on designing a custom wine storage solution. A couple of points of note that are pretty important and can be helpful in getting you started in the design process, no matter what software platform you're using. Wine storage solutions are generally 3 sections of racking: the base, the upper, and the modular. Let's start with the base racking. Always 39 3/4 inches tall. Whether it be diamond bins, wood case racks, no matter what you're using down on the base level, essentially below tabletop level too, it's always going to be 39 3/4 tall. Here's the legs underneath the racking and the spacer bar where the toe molding will be running across. That's what makes the base racking different than the second section, which is the upper. This is always 38 1/4 tall, with features such as a slanted display row, which you can see here, presentation row of the bottles of the wine room. Always 38 1/4 upper. Lastly, the client wants to take it above that level. They want to maximize the height of this wine room. There's what's termed modular racking. That's anything that's going to go up above both the upper and the base, which would have finished us at 78 inches tall. Now we're going to take it perhaps another 1.5 feet or to the ceiling, and the crown molding will be applied across it. But the modular racking is what's going to complete that process. So again, base, upper, modular. 39 3/4 at the base, 38 1/4 for the upper, and whatever height you want for the modular. One of the next points of discussion, and a very, very helpful tip, even before you start the design, is to think about the initial layout of this room. In this particular case, it might have an 8-foot wall across. And there's got to be a decision that's going to be made at this point. Are we going to do what is termed a curved corner? This curved corner takes up 24 inches in both directions. So 24 inches down the side wall, 24 across the back wall. So if you had curved corners in both the back left and the back right, 4 feet in total out of this 8 feet is going to be consumed by curved corner. That doesn't give us a lot of space in between to make what might be the focal point of this room. You might want more space. So we can take a look at a second option, and that's what's termed voided corner. You can see it's a merge of the racking on the side wall to the racking on the back wall with a simple use of side panels. So you won't see into the void. It's a nice clean look. But if you did this here, and that's 12 3/8 by 12 3/8 void, and you did it over on this right side, essentially you're only using up just slightly less than 25 inches of that back wall instead of the 4 feet that we would have used with the curved corners. And that gives you a lot more width across that back wall to do something that would be a feature component to it. Another reason why you might look at it both ways is this gives you 2 different specification options to work with. One may work for a cleaner fit to the room than the other would. So keep this in mind, and it's helpful to understand that prior to the design process. See which way is going to work best before you spend any amount of time digging deeper into the component library. Here's a good example in a very, very small space of a completed design. And this design uses both metal racking option along with the wooden racking option on the back wall. Produces a rather surprising 248 bottle design in something that is only barely over 4 feet wide and under 4 feet wide, or 4 feet deep. Again, this is utilizing the base racking, the upper racking, the modular racking, and the metal racking. No matter what software, design software that you're using that our library is in, the process is all going to be the same. You're going to get the detailed specs to the room, draw in the floor and the walls, make sure you have the accurate specs before you start to plot any obstructions into the room. Next, let's locate and draw in any obstructions that we have. In this particular case, the cooling unit location is going to be here. We could have soffits running across the room that we need to draw in. We need to work under those soffits, around a window or door. Any obstruction is put into the design at this point so we know what we have to plot around after that. And again, no matter what software platform you're using, our library is right on board for you. Every single component in this design was straight from this library, organized in sections to, again, address your base, your uppers, and potentially your modular solutions, including all the trim components, crown molding, toe molding, etc. All here in our complete and expansive library. The end result, you got yourself a colorized 3D design, a floor plan detailed for the end user at installation, and individual wall elevations. This is what your client and you discussed in the consultation. This is what you're providing for them to sign off on as an approved design. And this is what your contractor will use on the final installation. Thank you very much for taking part in segment number 3. Please now move to take the certification quiz. After you pass that, we will welcome you on board as a partner with WineRacks.com, and you'll have everything that you need to get you started. Thank you very much.